Hey, good morning, tubers. Hey, just wanted to share a couple of things with you and a couple of tips if you're working on your stuff. But hey, last night my oldest son and I, we went out and we picked up these two mowers. I had an ad on Craigslist, and guy gives us a call, and there was two of them. They're not in the best shape, but they're not in the worst shape either. So $20 and about 15 miles of driving, and we got this one right here. This is a Bolens 4.5 158, and overall, I mean, it's just dirty. It hasn't been run, and I'm going to show you why here in a second. Came out of Lowe's, obviously, and see if we get that in there close enough for you to see. It says Bolens Troybilt. So, and that only has to do with the deck and everything, of course. The top is a Briggs & Stratton. So, now, if you remember on that last video, so like what I do, and I go through and I do the inspections and stuff, and everybody's mower is worth at least $20. Well, then there was that other one that had poor horsepower on, that 3.5 Classic, and all I ended up doing was getting the parts off of it. So you're going to see where that comes into play right now. If you look down here, this right here is like where the carburetor goes. Actually, it goes right there, but this is one of the mounting bolts, and then there's another one over here. But this one right here actually has part of the carburetor still stuck on it. So something hit it, something kicked it, something broke it, regardless. So it's not there anymore. And then remember when I said, like, you know, everything's worth something? This new gas tank and everything is that part that I ended up saving from the one that didn't run. So should be pretty straightforward, and just put that on there. And of course, we're gonna have to go through and do the triage and make sure that we've got spark and compression too. But generally, when something like that happens, that's why they're not going to go and spend the money. So, and then here's a little thing that I wanted to show you guys. And I know everybody that works on these things has seen this, and it's just such a wasteful little aggravation. This is the S cable that goes up to the bale. This is that cable. See how that operates. And then it comes down here, and that activates that brake and the kill switch. See it? That's how that works. But what happens is like, okay, so if you go and you buy the mower, or you need to move it over to your aunt or your uncle's house or whatever, everybody and their brother, what they do is like, they'll take these handles and they fold them forward. And look at the angle that it's putting on that cable over there. Can you see that? I'll show you. Look at the angle that it's putting on that cable. And sometimes there's zip ties on there. And all it does is like, that's like a $23 cable. Not to mention, like, it's a pain in the butt to try to find those. But the real way to take and move your mower is to take and pull these out. There's supposed to be a little pin. Pull this out, fold it forward, and then let this handle bend backwards. I mean, it's crazy. It drives me nuts. Like, I'm always looking for those cables. So anyways, later on this afternoon, we're going to take and we'll do compression on this thing. Pretty sure that we're not going to have too much problems with it. Governor's good. So there you go. That's one of the benefits of keeping all the parts and stuff. It does need a blade. That's another thing. That's a little tip for you guys. This one does not have, whoops, let me get that gas tank off of there. It does not have a blade on it. It's like, once you go and you do all your work and you try to start it up, if you don't have that blade on there to help carry the momentum, that thing is a real good chance it's going to snap back right into your hands. on that pull starter. So make sure that you get some kind of a blade mounted on there before you try to go starting it up. Guys think you might have thought that you did something wrong, you might feel like the timing's off, then you'll end up pulling the top, looking for the key. So make sure it's got a blade on it. And then this one we worked on until like 9:30 last night. And it's a nice mower. It's missing the beauty cover, but it's also a Briggs & Stratton. I'm guessing this one's going to be like a 5 or a 5.5, something like that. It runs, but it runs too good. I think I might have a throttle plate issue or a governor issue. Now everything down in here works real well. A little bit sticky on the throttle. So I might just go the route and try to isolate the problem. I might just go and replace the carburetor first because it revs way too high. Before I start messing with the governor, I think that's what I'll end up doing first, is just checking on that. But it was a little bit low on oil. It was a smoker. So to isolate that problem, we took off the exhaust, and the smoking went away. So then we ran it again for a while, and the smoke went away. So it's got what do we say here? Can we see? There's compression. We're at 100 psi, so that one's acceptable. So probably do a follow-up video later on this afternoon, show you how both these guys are running. But I really got super high hopes for this one over here, because it's going to clean up nice after I power wash it and everything. So we'll do a follow-up video and show both of them running for you guys. Gosh, hey, don't blame me if your computer speeds have all slowed down over at, your houses and stuff, because we're up to like 113 subscribers, so it's probably choking down the internet a little bit. So thanks for everybody that's following, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing. You keep doing what you're doing, and we'll catch you a little bit later on for this video. Out.